Well, the Calgary Flames are riding a 4-game win streak as they played host to the Chicago Blackhawks tonight at the Scotiabank Saddledome. A game they had to have as they looked ahead to the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow. Welcome to Game Over, brought to you by McDonald's. Brendan Parker alongside Cory Sarich, in a game that they did not get. Some disappointment that would be attached to this one. How did we see things breaking down tonight and some of the disappointment that comes along with it?
Yeah, the Flames have been slowly forced into these must-win games, and in these games you got to really pay attention to details. You got to be sharp in all facets. You got to capitalize on your opportunities, and the one thing you do is you just don't give the other team much. But unfortunately tonight, some of those details just were kind of left and went by the wayside.
Some of the examples here as we see the highlights rolling through, and it was a 2-1 advantage for the Chicago Blackhawks after one, and Andreas Anthony had a role to play in this hockey game, but the Flames did tie it up in that second period. It comes on a nice passing play, finished off nicely there by Noah Hannafin, but the third period, and Rasmus Andersson talked about this, pushing so hard to make something happen, pressing, and sometimes that can have an opposite effect.
Yeah, it's not an easy for a team to walk the line when you're trying to press, trying to find a way to win games, try to find a way to maximize points. And sometimes you do end up giving a little bit more than you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And that might be the example here as we look at these two goals in the third period, both coming in the opening 3 minutes of the third. 4-2 at that point in favor of Chicago. And Calgary did, as they have all season long and have the last couple of games, show some push in that third period. Michael Backlund gets into a 1-goal game, but it was the dying stages, net empty, and opportunities that just weren't meant to be as they get the puck in and around the net a few times, but Peter Mrazek makes one or two of his 33 saves on the night and is the difference.
Yeah, goalie pulled early here for the Calgary Flames. Not something that they're used to doing. They pressed, a few pucks bouncing all around the goal mouth, but just couldn't get sticks on it to capitalize.
So tomorrow, obviously, Winnipeg was the game that many had circled on the calendar. Obviously, still has huge implications. How do you approach it now, fresh off this loss?
Well, as an athlete, it's not over. And until you're mathematically eliminated, you just go, because you just never know. This day in sports, anything can happen, and especially in this game of hockey. Anyone can beat anyone. Any team can lose a bunch of games in a row. So you just get prepped, and nice thing for the Flames is they're right after it right away.
Yeah, no kidding. Less than 24 hours later, a 5:30 Mountain Time start against the Winnipeg Jets as they play their second of back-to-back games. Still 2 points back at that final spot in the Western Conference playoff race.